going on today, because what you got going on is watching KHEA. Here we go. Good morning. It's 9:15. This is KHEA Radio. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy. I have a special guest in studio back once again, Miss Christina Wells. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Christina, it's been a long time. Actually, I saw you a couple days ago.
Yes.
But before that, it had been forever. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing really good. I mean, COVID-19 has us all dealing with challenges, but I'm doing real good.
Yeah, you're a powerhouse singer, soulful singer. How would you describe yourself if somebody has not had the opportunity to hear you sing?
I would say inspirational. I think if I had to pick one word, it would be an inspirational singer. Someone gave me the phrase motivational entertainment because I don't like to sing anything that's not going to make you feel good, that's not going to lift your heart. But yeah, I have a big old voice. I tell people it's a Mack truck, and I drive her aggressively.
Yes. So, due to COVID-19, the music industry, live concerts have taken a hit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of industries that have taken a hit, but going and watching music has been
a zero.
You can't do it.
You can't do it.
So what has that done for you?
Well, I think like everybody, when the rodeo got canceled, I was like, what's going on? Because how many musicians and entertainers do the rodeo, and so within days my entire calendar got canceled for the year. Like, it wasn't just like, let's cancel March. It was like, you know what, everyone, because I do fundraisers, I do corporate events, I do specialty type events where you want to bring in someone and say, Christina Wells from America's Got Talent, and have me sing a song that I sang on the show, or sing something inspirational to try to inspire people to give back or to be a part of an organization. And so that got nipped real quick.
Yeah, what did that do to you? I mean, it
was devastating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like to be honest and transparent. I was so depressed. This quarantine has been so challenging for me. I am a plant. I need sunlight and people, and I need all their CO2 and oxygen. And I have been at home. And at first it's like, cool, I got a break. Because, you guys are super busy. Event, place. So you're thinking, okay, a week or two of vacation. All right, that's cool. I could do it. But then when you see all your events get canceled, when you see everything you've been working on, like, I don't know how many people know, but when I came back from America's Got Talent in September of 2018, I quit my job in November. And I quit working as a nurse, and I started doing music full time. So I was supporting myself solely on my music and my performances. So when that all got canceled, my money got canceled. And I don't know if you guys know, but you got to still buy food and pay your rent, even if you don't got a job.
Yeah.
So It's been really hard, but I'm like, I refuse to give up. I refuse to let go of what has fulfilled my heart and soul so much these past 2 years. So we're just going to keep figuring it out.
I remember when COVID first hit, and the idea, was spread like, well, if we stay home for 2 weeks, we can crush the, everything, and then we can get back to normal. And it has been more than 2 weeks. And you with a medical background and training, did you realize that?
Oh, no, I did immediately. Same thing with the vaccination. Like, I've been a nurse for 16 years, and I think all of us who are in the medical field, this instant we saw this happening, I was just like, oh, facepalm. Like, this is not going to be what people are saying it's going to be. I knew immediately that things were going to be canceled and things weren't going to come back whenever everyone was saying it would be. Like, oh, we'll be back in April, or it's going to be fine in May. I was like, oh, y'all need to sit down. Like, it's just not coming back. So I started doing other stuff. And I don't know if you guys have been too. Like, I started doing other things. Like, started doing sewing for people, and, I call it grinding. I started doing videos where I do virtual videos. I did birthday videos. I did Mother's Day videos. I did Father's Day videos. And I sold those videos to people for like a very reasonable price, so they could have like a surprise for their family members when you can't go anywhere, because COVID is ruining celebrations and ruining all kinds of opportunities that you bring people together. And so it's been really challenging, because then July came and there was nothing else for me to kind of peddle. And so that's when I decided that I needed to go back to work as a nurse, because as much as I love singing and as much as I want to dedicate myself to it every single day, I got to take care of my family and pay my bills. And I never thought I would never go back to nursing. Like, I always figured that eventually I would go back. In a few years, I tell people I wanted to take that 15 minutes of fame and squeeze every drop out of it, But, I went back. I've actually started working at a fantastic hospital where I saw you in Webster here in Houston area, and I love it. I love the job. It's a great job. fits me really well as a person. And the hospital is so supportive. I've only been there for 6 weeks. And when you were there that day this past week, they actually sent an email out to all of their employees telling them about my show and telling them about the things I'm working on. And so just super supportive. So I'm blessed.
So at the hospital, when I saw you, I had, a bandana and a mask
Yes,
on
and I
and
was
everything. I was like, Christina Wells.
And I'm like,
Christina Wells.
who are you?
And you're like, yeah, it's me, Christina Wells. Like, this happens all the time.
No.
I was on America's Got Talent. You and, 100 million other people probably saw me as a semifinalist on there.
No, that is 100% not what I said or did.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh my gosh. And then, that's the other thing. You want to hug.
Yes.
You want to be like, oh my goodness. And so I give elbows. I'm like, here's my elbow. Let's rub it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so happy to see you guys. And I love that you are doing video work and that you guys are you're diversifying.
We had to. Yeah, we had to for
Shoot.
sure. And we've been able to help a lot of people, help a lot of organizations and, these nonprofit organizations. They can't do their galas. They can't do events.
So they got to go live. That's the thing people have to realize is that this is a great solution is the virtual world because we were limited by geography before. Yes, it was great to get to be together in person, but now you can share your content and share your events with the world if you want to. It's just a click away.
Mm-hmm. You're limited by your know-how or your creativity.
Yes, exactly.
And for you, you're a very creative person.
Oh, thank you.
And with I was searching for your social media on Instagram this morning, and I wanted to get some details for some stuff, and I was like, oh, there's the fashion, then there's Sing Christina, and then there's I think there was like
beauty page.
The beauty page as well.
So the reason I did that was because my Sing Christina page is really about my music and my speaking and I think not so much, my life. It's about my life. It's about my life more as a whole. But one of the things that if you followed me for a while, I'm a nail junkie. I literally have enough nail polish to own my own nail salon. I am a makeup junkie. I love to beat my face like within an inch of its life. And so people don't necessarily all want to see my lashes over and over again. So I made Christina Wells Beauty. And then I sew most of my clothing. And I make all of my performance gowns. And so I love to show the process. I love to show the fabric I'm buying. I love to show patterns I found. I love to share my sewing machine. I know that sounds dorky, but it's like one of my favorite things. I name her. I love her. And so I made Christina Wells Fashion. And hopefully those pages will develop and grow as Christina Wells, the brand, develops and grows.
Yes. Have you had time during this, it's a quarantine. People are going back to work and everything. But have you had in the past 6.5, 7 months work on new fashion items?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I actually have been working on suits for women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that I think is going to be an amazing opportunity to make maybe androgynous wear is a good way to put it, where women who want to wear some more streamlined business type suits. And I've been doing, of course, my gowns. I've actually done a wedding dress for somebody. I've got some Halloween costumes on my table right now for the show that I have Sunday. I made 2 gowns for that. So yeah, I've definitely my sewing. And then of course I made 1 million masks because if you sew, everyone who ever thought sewing was dorky, you all changed your minds in the quarantine when your lives be dependent on somebody with a sewing machine.
That's true, because there was nowhere to get for a while. Like in the beginning, it was like, hey, and they told people, medical workers need these, which is true.
It's true.
They need these more than we do. So there was people, people who know how to sew.
Yes, my sister is a CNA. Mm-hmm. I made her bonnets and little buttons to put her masks on, and I made masks for all my family and some friends, and so yeah, sewing is a superpower, people. It's wonderful.
Has the medical field caught up on the protective equipment now?
Yeah, on the protective equipment, yes, they have. Everybody, for the most part, seems to have. Now, it's certain types of protective equipment that may be still challenging or more expensive, but gloves and masks they have. Plus, also remember, it's inversely proportionate because as the COVID-19 cases have decreased, it's not decreased in I want to put this in the right way. The per cases per day have gone up and down. So when you have fewer cases per day, it gives time for the industry to catch up and have enough supply get delivered, and so they can take care of the patient.
Have you personally been staying healthy, you and your family?
Yes, we have. I've been really blessed. I quarantined really exclusively. The hospital that I work at is mostly a surgical hospital. And so everyone's COVID tested before they even come. Mm-hmm. Versus if you work in a normal hospital or more of a medical hospital, you don't know who's walking in the door or what they have. So we've been really careful, and My mom's a cancer patient. She's a survivor. And so we've just been really careful with everyone. And I have a new grandbaby.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yes, my oldest son had a baby during the quarantine. And so we've all been super careful because we don't want to get our baby sick.
Yes. Yeah, I had a baby as well at the beginning of the quarantine.
Did you really?
At the beginning of March.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And he's 6.5 months old now. And it's been crazy. Like the hospital rules.
So pretty.
He is. He's awesome. He's so happy, and he's totally different from the other kids. It's interesting how that works.
It changes.
Yeah.
Because y'all are different.
Yeah. But he's awesome, and I love him and everything.
That's
and
awesome.
My wife is doing an amazing job at home with him right now.
Great job, honey.
So right now it is 9:25. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. My name's Gardy. I'm talking with Christina Wells. We were talking about, how people had to shift. You shift and stuff.
Pivot. Someone
pivot.
taught me that word. They were like, in business, you must pivot.
It's from that episode of Friends. Were you a fan of that TV
pivot.
show? Pivot down the stairwell.
I am a Friends junkie. Like, I'm obsessed. I was actually in the studio 2 weeks ago because I'm working on some new music. And they were like, say some stuff, like do some ad-libbing. And so literally at one point I'm like, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm a total Friends junkie. I love it.
Yes.
So yeah, pivoting is important.
So you had to pivot. And this Sunday, there's something going on. What's going on this Sunday?
Okay, that's what I want to tell everybody about because I'm so excited. This Sunday, October the 11th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be having a concert, but it is a virtual concert, an online live stream virtual concert called the Christina Wells Concert. I know you're stunned by the title, but basically it's 2 hours of me singing with a bunch of my friends, and I'm so excited. I have the fantastic Raven Troop singing with me. She's a stages performer. She's been with Tuts. I have Nebraska Washington singing with me. We're going to be just singing our faces off, and I've got a fantastic live band that's going to be performing. I have all kinds of goodies to share with you guys. I have a new single that's out, that's going to be coming out, that's a remix of my song Ready or Not from last year. It's actually a dance version. And so we made a music video for it. We're going to premiere it during the concert. So yeah, just a bunch of good stuff. And it's the point of the concert, because I really wanted to be clear about that. Like, why am I doing this? Because now that I have a job, the first thing you think is, well, you don't need to do this stuff. You found a way to pay your bills. But the reason I'm doing it is not about money or ticket sales. It's about, I need to create, first of all, and I need to create content that lifts up people. And one of the things when I was a nurse prior to America's Got Talent was I felt like I could help people one at a time. If I walked in your room, I was your nurse, I knew I was going to figure out a way to lift you up and help you. With medicine, my personality, my attitude, something, I'm going to help you. After I came back from the show, I was able to do it in mass numbers. I would walk into a room and I've got 4,000 people. 4,000 people, and I'm going to be able to lift them up and change their day today. And whenever I decide to go back to work, I'm like, I can't let that go. I can't let go of that opportunity to lift people up and use what I feel like is my God-given gift to be inspirational and show people that even during your darkest time, because I will tell you guys, this has been one of my darkest times. I have been so depressed and so frustrated and cried many days because feeling like my singing career is lost, feeling like everything I've worked for is lost. I know so many people out there have felt exactly the same way. If you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner especially, a lot of us are holding on by our fingertips most of the time, waiting for those sales to come in to pay the bills. And when the sales stopped, the bills weren't paid, and a lot of us weren't able to hold on to our companies the way big corporations can. And so to be able to still come out of the quarantine and do something that I feel like represents who I am as a person, it just is really powerful and important to me.
Yes. And how did you, whenever you go and like reach out to those friends and say, hey, let's do this, what's the reaction?
Everyone is like, heck yeah, baby. Because you know what? We're hungry for an opportunity to use our talents and skills. I am stoked because of the space we're going to be in. I didn't think a full drum set would really work, and I wanted to have some, like a cajon or some more interesting percussion instruments. So I was reaching out to some of my friends, like, hey, do you guys have any suggestions on someone I can maybe use? And Steven Araujo is my sound guy. He's been my sound guy for 2 years. He's like, hey, you know what? I know Chappie. And I'm like, well, who's Chappie? He's like, he's the percussionist for the Sufferers, Cam Franklin.
Oh,
and the
yes,
Sufferers.
yes.
That's who my percussionist is for the concert on Sunday.
That's awesome.
I was like, what? Did you just say yes to me? Did you just say yes to Christina? Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. So just an opportunity to get to create, and they were all just jumping on board. It was awesome.
So Cam Franklin, she used to be in a group called the Blue Lights, probably when she was in high school.
Okay.
So my friend Marcus, we were neighbors, and we played in our first band together. but he was in the Blue Lights, which was like a ska.
Yeah.
It was a ska band before, and they were great. But Cam, there was two front people. It was her and another gentleman, but Cam, just to see the Suffers like go off and do what they do,
she just has grown. Yeah,
it's
I know.
awesome.
It's amazing.
It's very cool. That Houston talent. What can you say about Houston talent?
Oh, it's limitless and it's diverse. And people forget about that. Like, you want to see any kind of music, you want to see any kind of artist, you want to see any kind of person, you can definitely have that here in Houston. And I think people sleep on Houston talent. We sleep on Houston talent all the time. And we need to remember, like, we have so many resources right here in the city.
Mm-hmm. Right now it's 9:30. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I think we're going to have Miss Christina Wells sing a song if you're open to it.
I'm open to it.
All right. So if you're on social media and you're watching, you get the behind the scenes of everything that goes on. So we're jamming some Delirious right now, but we're going to have some Miss Christina Wells sing some Lauren Daigle here in a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Can we play the music in here too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, actually,
no,
we can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are going to get acapella, everybody who's watching live.
Behind the scenes. Woo.
Acapella. Like, I have a whole the very first radio station I ever interviewed at, I didn't think about it. So there's like a 2-hour live of me just singing acapella.
They probably loved it though, right?
It is what it is. Good morning, everybody.
Remember that one time you were sitting over here, and
there.
I remember, and there was like the fan mail and stuff that people send in,
Yes.
and that was awesome.
Yeah, I've had really awesome interactions with people online because people have a tendency to relate to me in a different way than I think the other contestants, because they don't necessarily just look at me as a singer. They see me as a mom. A lot of people like see me and they wish that they maybe had the relationship I had with my boys, or they see me as like a fellow, like they're a mother too, and they love their children and they want to have their children live and believe in their dreams. So it's very circular, like this connection. So when people see me, it's not like, oh, I like how you sing. They're like, oh, Christina, and your mom and your kids, and they just have such a strong tie to me, which makes me feel so happy. And that's when they bear their testimony to me of what they've gone through and how they can relate to me, and it makes it very special.
So your oldest, they just had a baby.
Yeah, he's 22. He has a little boy.
How is your youngest doing?
My youngest is 19. He's doing some San Jack, working part-time, and he's doing really good. He's doing good.
Is he getting, what's he doing at San Jack? Basic stuff? Or
No,
does he know what
he's
he
actually
wants to do?
doing electrical technology.
Cool.
Because he'd like to be an electrician, and if you come out with this degree, you can be hired to work as a technician. If I say this wrong, so then he can do hours to get his journeyman.
Yes.
Oh, come on, Christina. So then he can be certified as an electrician. So that's his goal right now. He was very much into art in high school, and I think he just got a little burnout. And I am a big believer of a vocational job. I believe coming out of high school, if you can get some sort of a vocational degree, I got that when I was in my 20s. I got a LVN degree or LPN degree, and that gives you the ability to immediately get work. A lot of times when we get these bachelor's degrees, it means that we haven't worked for years. And then when we come out, we have some nebulous degree that isn't directly tied to a job title.
Yeah.
And then it's very hard to get a job.
Like, where's your work history? It's like, well, I was in school took me 5 years or
Exactly.
however long, and I was work tables or whatever you got to do to make it work.
Exactly.
Right.
And then you have $100,000 in loans, and then you don't have a specific job. So you're just looking for jobs. Like, I came out as an LPN. It was a 9-month program. I got, funding that helped me, grants. And then there's jobs called LPN jobs, just like my RN jobs. You go straight, you get a job. So my oldest son is a pipe fitter. And then my youngest son, he's doing electrician. And then they want to go back and get their bachelor's later. And my oldest talks about being an engineer. My youngest talks about, different stuff he wants to do. But I feel like getting that job and being able to earn money and, just feel like you have that to rely on. Like right now, like I go and I do my singing and I'm so excited, but I can rely on this here bachelor's degree she got.
Go back. Always have that. Can't take it away. The LPN, is that in the medical field?
It is. It's a nurse. It's a licensed vocational nurse.
Okay.
And so it's considered like a certificate nurse position. I call it a trenches nurse because she in the trenches taking care of the wounds and the skin issues and giving meds, and it's a hard working job. So all the LVNs out there, big ups to you. Thank you I know you was holding it down. A lot of people talked about RNs during the quarantine, but there's a lot of LVNs working at skilled nursing facilities, LTACs, where there are people with COVID who they're having to take care of and still take care of other people and prevent those other people from getting sick, and that takes real skills. So
yeah. Whenever we were at the hospital, we did a bunch of interviews with people that are your coworkers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And hearing all of their stories and why they enjoyed working there made me want to apply.
I mean, it's an amazing place. So I will tell y'all, I'm working at Houston Physicians Hospital in Webster. I'm their new case manager. And the I want to say the energy, the culture is so inclusive and kind at this hospital. It is amazing. I feel like a member of just not just a team, like, hey, we're working together, but like, I don't know, it's a family. And it's funny because in orientation, the CEO comes in and she literally says, if you're someone who's grouchy, if you're someone that's not real big about getting along with other people, you think you can just come to work, not really talk to anybody and go home, this is not the place for you. I was just like, say what? Like, okay, honey. She was like, let's be honest. That's not what we're wanting here. Like, we would rather have someone who maybe doesn't have all your skill sets but has the right attitude. And I was just like,
Heather Womack.
Slow clap. It's just a fantastic place. So yeah, I really love it.
Yeah, hearing the people, the family was the way that they described it. They're like, they're awesome here. They're feeding us tacos.
I'm serious. Like, the reason is because they're building a new building and they're putting in like a parking garage too. So the parking is limited. So you guys check this out. Parking is limited. So they brought in a valet. So if you'll use the valet for them, then your car can be parked off site, but you don't have to go walk from there. And they provide lunch 2 times a week to make up for the inconvenience of having your car in valet.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go get your car out of valet to get lunch. Tell me what job does that.
There isn't one.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Nobody does that.
The other thing, I think it was Dr. O'Neill or Dr. Neal is someone that we interviewed.
Yeah, Dr. O'Neill. Yes.
Yeah, so we were filming downstairs, and I saw him. We didn't know he was a doctor, Dr. O'Neill.
Right.
But there was, just a bunch of staff eating together, eating tacos, and we're filming and getting some stuff. And then later, he was like, hey, y'all filmed me earlier with the tacos. And I was like, but I go back to a friend's reference. And I'm like, well, the doctors are sitting here, and then you have the nurses here.
Yes,
the food staff. I was like, but it was just like everybody, the family kind of
like when
together.
Ross at the museum. Oh my gosh, you're awesome. Yeah, it's true. Everyone's very together, and the doctors are very approachable. It's a doctor-owned hospital, and so that's the difference. Like, it comes from a medical point of view, so it's a very big difference. So yes, I love it there. And if you're a social worker, they're looking for a part-time social worker. If you're a nurse, you're looking for a job. I know they're looking for a few nurses. So go onto the website hphtx.com.
All right, hey, let's get back in here, and what we can do is get this Christina Wells vocal.
Oh, yes.
Going.
If you're watching my live right now, will you put ChristinaWells.com/live for me so I can pin it? Because that's how you get tickets to my show on Sunday. This song I'm singing, if you buy a ticket to my show, you actually get this single for free. I'm going to sing You Say by Lauren Daigle. And so if that is a song you love and you would like to have your own personal copy of me singing it, buy your ticket at ChristinaWells.com/live.
All right, here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:38, and we have a special treat. We're going to have Miss Christina Wells singing a beautiful song this morning. Here we go.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every little lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, 'cause I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe. I believe what you say of me. I believe, I believe. Oh, I believe. Yes, I believe.
Wow, Miss Christina Wells. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you for letting me talk about my concert. And thank you for letting me sing.
So the concert, when is it? Where can people find out info?
Okay, here you guys go. Go to ChristinaWells.com. Just go to ChristinaWells.com, ChristianaWells.com. It's everywhere there. You can't miss it. The tickets are on sale all the way up to probably even during the concert, to be honest. Like, you can buy your tickets. They're $15. It gives you, number one, the free song you say, access to the concert, which is a 2-hour show. It's got messages from friends of mine. I've got the music video release on there. I mean, you're just going to get such a great show. I'm hoping the Lakers win tonight, so there's no game on Sunday evening, and so everyone can sit home and let it rain outside and be cozy and come and listen to the show. ChristinaWells.com, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, October the 11th, Sunday.
I know, like LeBron, like why are you dragging this thing out?
Come
just
on,
go ahead
LeBron,
and end this. So
handle it for me.
Christina Wells on Sunday. And I think I saw something on your Instagram that said it's going to be accessible for even after.
It is. So if you buy a ticket, just so you know, the ticket is good for one device. So if you get it and you want to watch it on your phone, then that's what you watch it on. If you log in on your computer, it's going to kick you off your phone. So you can't share it. So everybody has to get their own link. But once you get your ticket, it's good for 48 hours from the time the show starts. That way, if 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for you is 4 o'clock in the morning, or Monday at 2, or something crazy because you're somewhere around the world, or even a different time zone in the United States, you can watch it at the time that works best for you.
So this is the best way to support you.
It
as an
is the
artist.
best way to support me as an artist. If you would like to still see me, I'm going to tell you that what I'm going to do from this concert is I'm going to use whatever it is that we're able to make from this concert to invest in. I am writing original music. I am in the studio right now creating original music. I have original singles. I have a Christmas song I'm working on. I have a number of other songs I've written. I'm talking about Christina Wells content, songs from my heart that I want to share. But in order to support that, I need to make the money to support it as a musician. So I want to uplift you. And if you want to support me, this is the best way.
Okay, one more time. Social media, how can they follow you?
Oh,
What's
yes.
the website?
Everywhere you go, it's at Sing Christina. So if you're a Twitter, if you're a Facebooker, if you're an Instagrammer, at SING, because that's what I do. Christina, Chrisstina. And if you don't know where to go, because I done told y'all this stuff, ChristinaWells.com or Google me. My website will come up and everything you need is there. Thanks to my amazing manager, David Wunsch, who takes care of me every single day in every single way.
Is there anything else you'd like to share today?
I just want to share, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, she always has it together or she's always doing all these things, just know I'm not. It is hard work. And if you are there sitting and you're thinking it's not hard for me, it is. Don't be discouraged. Be encouraged to realize that you are working hard. I am working hard. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you want to do. Don't let COVID steal what you are capable of. Your God-given talent is not going to be diminished because of this quarantine. Actually find a way to still share. If you're afraid to get online, realize everyone who's watching you wants to encourage you and support you, just like all of you who are watching me and listening right now want to encourage and support me. So just remember that, okay? Don't give up.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. All right, social media, y'all be blessed. Have a good one. Go to, it's live. What is the website one more time?
ChristinaWells.com /